The Young and the Restless spoilers. Lily and Phyllis take the gloves off while Abbotts strategize to protect Jabot. The Young and the Restless. December 1, 2025. Spoilers. Fans can expect Lily and Phyllis to take the gloves off while the Abbotts strategize to protect Jabot. The previous week on The Young and the Restless saw Christine and Danny celebrating their marriage in a room full of their loved ones and supporters. Meanwhile, Sharon and Nick continued their search for Noah while the Abbotts, the Winters, and the Newmans celebrated Thanksgiving. The drama, the joy, the celebrations, the danger, the doubts, the hints, the chaos, and more are about to get heated soon. Here's what fans can expect from the December 1, 2025 episode of The Young and the Restless when they tune into CBS to watch the daytime drama set around Genoa City. The first episode of the week features Victor setting a trap for Cain. The war between the Newman patriarch and the former Dumas has been brewing for a long time, and the two have been making power moves. But the latter faced a major setback when Phyllis stole his AI program and gave it over to Victor. And now he is all set to use it against Cain himself. Victor is setting a trap while Cain is busy keeping the peace between Lily and Phyllis. Is he going to walk right into it, or will he figure out a way to stay away from Victor's power games? On the other hand, Phyllis and Lily take the gloves off. The two have never really gotten along, but now their equation has gotten even more muddy because Phyllis made a play for Cain, who is Lily's ex-husband and father of her children. Cain will always choose Lily, but he is playing a long game with Phyllis to regain access to the AI program. Lily is not happy about Phyllis and Cain's proximity and has made it clear that he has to pick a side. Meanwhile, Phyllis has also confronted Cain about being a lovesick puppy despite being rejected by Lily. What will Cain do about this? And how fierce will Phyllis and Lily's brewing fight get now? And lastly, the Abbotts strategize to protect Jabot. The family had a lovely Thanksgiving dinner with Jack, Billy, Ashley, Tracy, Kyle, and Sally present. But it's time to turn to serious business with Jabot under threat. Victor has his target set on the Abbott family company using the stolen AI program. Jack is ready to give it back and fight for their legacy. And he has a plan, one he is not sure his family will like. Are they going to strategize and find a way to fine-tune this plot? Or will this lead to disagreements and friction? The Young and the Restless. Gloves off. The hum of Genoa City never truly quieted, it simply shifted tone. Some days it whispered potential. Others, like today, it throbbed with tension thick enough to slice with a Jabot-branded letter opener. Lily Winters stood at the tall windows of Chancellor Winters, her gaze fixed on the skyline but her mind far from serene. She'd been calm for too long, a steady voice in a churning sea. But Phyllis Summers had a way of lighting fuses even Lily didn't know she possessed. And today? The fuse was already burning. 1. A calculated storm. "Lily, you're pacing," Devon said as he set a folder on her desk. She forced a breath. "I'm not pacing. I'm considering strategies." "You only consider strategies 4 feet at a time in a straight line." She paused. "Fine. I'm pacing with purpose." Devon's eyebrow rose. "Let me guess. Her name starts with P, ends with Phyllis, and guarantees a headache." Lily didn't answer immediately. Instead, she sat at her desk, cool, composed. But the moment she touched the folder, her fingers clenched around it. "She's gone too far this time," Lily said quietly. This wasn't the first time Phyllis had meddled, needled, or blown up a business partnership for the greater good. But Lily had drawn a line months ago, and Phyllis had pirouetted over it like it didn't even exist. Devon leaned back. "What exactly did she do?" Lily closed the folder with a snap. "She's been feeding rumors to investors about internal issues at Chancellor Winters." Devon blinked. "She what? Why would she?" "Because," Lily said, "Phyllis thinks the only way to protect Daniel's interests is to burn down mine." Devon's silence said everything. Lily sighed. "I've been patient, civil, gracious. But Phyllis wants a war." Lily straightened. "Then I'll give her one." 2. Phyllis Summers, unapologetically. Phyllis. Phyllis Summers sipped her extra-strong espresso at Society, tapping her nails on the table in restless satisfaction. She wasn't the villain, she simply did what needed doing. People could thank her later. They never did, of course, but they could. Mom, Daniel said as he slid into the seat across from her, tired but hopeful. Tell me you didn't. Didn't what? She replied innocently. Too innocently. Cherubic innocence weaponized. Daniel groaned. You know Lily is going to come after you. She's welcome to try, Phyllis said, brushing off the threat with a flick of her hand. I've survived bigger. This isn't survival, Daniel countered. This is sabotage. Phyllis's eyes flashed. No. This is me protecting you. Lily doesn't always make choices with your best interest in mind. Daniel gave her a look. One of those looks. The kind only a son who'd been through the emotional trenches with his mother could give. Mom, Lily and I are adults. We don't need you fighting our battles. Phyllis laughed. Oh, sweetheart. When have you ever known me to sit out a battle? Daniel leaned in. Promise me you won't escalate this. She hesitated just long enough for him to recognize the truth. Phyllis. But the red-headed hurricane was already drifting into her next scheme. 3. Meanwhile at Jabot. The Abbott boardroom buzzed with energy, half anxiety, half determination. Billy paced while Jack studied scenarios on the big screen. Phyllis stirring up chaos at Chancellor Winters is one thing, Billy said. But the fallout is touching Jabot. Investors are skittish. Rivals are circling. This mess could splash onto us. Ashley sighed. We have to be proactive. Someone could use this as an opening to destabilize Jabot. Or worse, Jack added, force a change in leadership. His tone dropped a degree. No one needed clarification on who might seize that opportunity. Kyle, arms crossed, exhaled. So what's the plan? Hold the line, Jack said. Reassure our partners, reinforce our stability, and shut down any opportunistic moves before they begin. Billy smirked. In other words, classic Abbott defense. Tight, united, and very, very firm. Ashley tapped a file. But we also need to prepare for the unpredictable. Phyllis is involved. And when Phyllis is involved, everything gets messy, Kyle finished. Silence fell for a moment. Jack slid another folder across the table. We're going to get ahead of this. Billy blinked. By doing what? Jack steepled his fingers. By treating this like a storm already headed our way. For, when words become weapons. Later that afternoon, Lily stepped into society, spine straight as a steel beam. She saw Phyllis the moment the doors opened. Of course Phyllis saw her too. And smiled.